Hello, welcome to the first video of the Big Life Blueprint. This is principle one, and I'm not going to front. This is the most important one of the whole lot. Literally, by the end of this video and the short exercise I'm going to give you, you're going to end up with a vision for your big life. You're going to end up falling in love with this vision. It's going to motivate you and inspire you. It's going to help you overcome all the inevitable challenges and roadblocks and obstacles that come up during the manifesting of your big life. It's going to give you more confidence, more certainty, and it's going to fill you with positive energy every day. And that is just the start. But before we get into all of that, and I'm going to give you a simple 4-step process that you'll get to take action on, so you will end up with your vision. Literally at the end of this video, it's glorious. Before that, I wanted to speak to you about why is this important? Why is principle one of these 10 principles? Why is number one about vision? Why do we need a vision? Well, first and foremost, really simple. You have to know what you want in life. You have to know what you want. See, most people, they know one thing. They're absolutely certain of one thing, and it dominates their thoughts. They wake up in the morning thinking about this one thing. And you know what it is? It's what they don't want. And most people, if you ask them, what do you want in life? Oh, well, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to have this scarcity. I don't want to work in this job. I don't want to have this relationship. I don't want. The problem is, as you'll discover on this training, you get more of what you focus on. So while it's a useful first step to have an idea of what you don't want in your life, the truth is, if you want to be magnetized towards success and abundance and love and good vibes and really living a life filled with passion and purpose that you love, it all starts here. You have to know what you want. You have to have a clear and specific and vivid destination for how you want your life to manifest. I'm going to show you how to do it in a minute. I just want to hammer home this point though before I move on. It really isn't enough to know what you don't want. Like if you're saying to yourself, well, I don't want to be this way, I don't want to have this job, or I don't want something, stop. Take the time to go through the exercise I'm going to give you. What's going to happen is by the end of it, when you have a vision about what you really do want, it's going to inspire you and motivate you every single day. It's going to fill you with positive energy and a whole lot more. But first, a warning. When a lot of people I speak to, I say to them the importance of creating a vision and having goals and knowing what you want to create. They just write down a financial amount. That's it. Oh, I want to be abundant. I want to have this much money. I want to earn six figures, or I want to be a millionaire, or I want to get out of debt. The truth is, when you're creating a vision, especially a big life vision, which is to do with living with good vibes all the time, passion and purpose and serving humanity, genuinely creating something of value, it can't just be about the money. It can't. Believe me, I've done this. I set the financial goals and I've gone after them and I've put all my blood, sweat and tears into it, and you manifest it, but it sucks a piece of your soul out if all you care about is money. It doesn't matter if you're the most awesome person in the world. If your one goal is to do with getting more money in, it's going to decrease your energy. You're going to lose a lot of love that you have for life. So you have to create a vision instead that you fall in love with. And that's why I talk about the importance of things like, you want to look at your relationships. What is your ideal vision of relationships? What about the impact you want to have on the world? Where do you want to live? What do you want to do with your spare time? What kind of work do you want to do? How do you want to add value and create service for the planet or for humans or for whatever it is that drives you? What makes you passionate? What gets you inspired? Like, what are your interests? What do you buy books and magazines about? Like, these are all questions that you should be percolating in your mind now, and these should all go into your vision. Please don't make the mistake of dreaming too small or trying to limit yourself, because this is a double-edged sword. You might go, oh no, I'm gonna be realistic with my vision. I'm gonna try and just, make it realistic. The challenge is with that, it's not gonna fill you with the energy and the commitment and the certainty to overcome the inevitable challenges and roadblocks that happen. Well, like whatever your goal is, if you're growing from where you are now and you're setting a vision above there, it doesn't matter how big it is, you're going to encounter challenges, there's going to be things that go wrong, you're going to be tested. It's the very nature of our universe. Whenever we set a goal or a dream, you know this. Think about every goal that you've set in the past. You inevitably attract challenges. There's something that you are required to face up to your fears. Like, look at every movie that was ever created, the hero's journey. Like, there is always a challenge for you to overcome. The problem is, if you're not absolutely head over heels in love with this vision, like waking up going, oh my God, I'm so glad that I get to do this today. Like this, imagine if my life was actually like this. Like falling head over heels in it. then when these challenges come, you're not going to have the energy or the motivation or the determination to overcome them. Simply put. Conversely, and this is the good news, I don't want it all to be doom and gloom, but when you do have a vision that you are in love with, you will tune into unseen forces and powers resolve within yourself, new creativity and confidence and courage and a whole lot more, simply by beginning with your vision. Now, I'm going to tell you a quick story about how a vision has improved my life. Literally 4 years ago, I was dead broke. I had no vision. My vision was literally just to get by. I knew what I didn't want. I didn't want to be in this job that I hated. I didn't want to be broke. I didn't want to have the lack of success with women that I was having because I just got dumped by this woman that I'd spent a couple of years living with. I was sleeping on a beanbag on the floor of my best friend's house, and it's an English winter, which is, I think it was the coldest winter on record in something like 50 years. Freezing cold, it was snowing, and I'm sleeping on a beanbag, falling off the beanbag, shivering on this cold wooden floor, wondering what on earth is going wrong with my life. Well, the truth is I didn't have a vision. But here's the good news. I started reading books like this one, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I started studying the work of some people who would go on to be guests on The Big Life, like Bob Proctor and Jack Canfield and Harv Eker, Lisa Nichols, Paul Shealy, and many, many more. And you know what they all say? Every single one of them. I've never encountered so much uniformity in one idea, in one principle. Of all the principles you're going to learn on this training, and I promise you, they're all going to help you, they're going to impact you, they're going to help you to create a big life with less struggle and stress and way less effort, more joy. But it all starts here. If you don't do this one, you can't possibly benefit from the other principles. Just keep this in mind. Every single author that I've ever had on The Big Life, every personal growth book that I've studied and benefited from, the ones that really work, they all say the same thing. You need goals, you need to write them down, and you need to reflect on them every single day. I'm going to pause here, I'm going to show you my wallet. Run across here. This is my wallet. Nice little Gucci wallet, you know. These are my written goals. And, you know, I got a little star on here, that, and that's my $1 million note, which was given to me by a guy who was in The Secret. The point is, you want to burn these images, this vision on your subconscious mind. I'm going to explain how to do that in later videos, but I just want to give you an example. Like, these are my goals, and I carry them around with me. So every time I take my wallet out to buy something, whether it's a coffee or I'm going out for dinner or anything else, I see this and I get a reminder of my vision. I take it out and I just take a few seconds to reflect on it, go through it, imagine it, and as you'll discover, that's key. But you've got to write it down. Bob Proctor drummed this into me. You have to write your goals down and you have to focus on them again and again because they have to get through to your subconscious mind. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do I create a vision? I've got an idea of what I want in life, but I'm not quite sure how to get it down. And I know a lot of people struggle to create a vision, a written vision that really compels them and inspires them. So with that in mind, I've got a really simple 4-step process that you're going to go through now. Literally, you're going to go through it before you move on to the rest of the training. So at the very least, you're going to have a clear vision written down that you can carry around with you and use it to program your subconscious mind, get excited, get inspired, and put your focus on what you want to create. Boom. Here it is. 4 simple steps to create your big life vision. Really simple. There's room in your notebook, in your workbook for you to fill out your own vision. But the first step is simple. I've hammered this point home. Bob Proctor said it over and over again. You need to write it down. Get it down on paper. There is magic when you set your intentions and your goals and dreams down on paper. I don't want to speculate too much as to why that is the case, but every single successful person I know writes their goals down. I remember the first time I met Brendan Burchard and we started randomly talking about goals and I pulled out my goal card from my wallet and he did the same. Like the most successful people in the world do this. Write it down, carry it around with you. Simple. And what you'll discover throughout the rest of this training is all of these ideas are so simple, yet so profound and powerful. Number 2, you've got to frame your goal in the positive. So this is what I was talking about when we were talking about you have to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Put it in positive terms. I want to earn 6 figures a year. I want to have this job. I want to have this impact on the world. Not, I don't want to be fat. I don't want to have these problems anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship. Frame it in the positive. Write down what you want, not what you don't want. Pretty simple. Now, number 3, This is crucial as well. You gotta be specific and detailed. In fact, the more specific you are, the better. What you'll discover as you play with this is that there is a magic, as I said, in writing these goals down. And the more specific you are about your goals, your dreams, how you want your life to be, who you want to be around you, what you want to focus on every day, what sort of work you want to do, etc., the more specific and detailed you are, that's what you're going to attract. Like, just for a moment, stop and imagine that literally everything you write down and focus on, you start to invite into your life, you start to magnetize it. So doesn't it make sense to be as specific and detailed as possible? Like, this is your life, this is your vision. You get to make it up. It's the most beautiful truth that I've stumbled upon during my years of studying personal growth and interviewing the most famous and profound authors in the world. We really do get to choose. Of course, there is a journey and there are challenges to overcome, as I talked about. But when you write down what you want and you focus on that, the more specific you are, the better. And fourth, the final step of creating your vision is make it emotional and exciting and sensory rich. As you'll discover in later videos, the subconscious mind is influenced by strong emotions, either positive or negative, and also sensory rich, so seeing, hearing, feeling, touch. So what you want to do, and this is like for bonus points, this is really going to be so powerful for you, is that when you write down your vision in terms like how it makes you feel, how does it make you feel to have that dream job, to have that impact on the world, to have that relationship? Does it make you excited, grateful, inspired, happy, etc.? Write this down and you'll see why later, but you focus on these emotions and you start to feel them now in the present. Before it manifests for real, you have to live in the energy, the emotions of the wish fulfilled. That's Neville Goddard, one of the great spiritual teachers, that when you live in that energy now of how you're gonna feel once you have all the stuff, all of the success, all of the love, all of the things you want, the impact, when you have that now, that's what invites it to you. You can't attract things into your life whilst simultaneously feeling the opposite. If you want abundance, but you feel lack, you're gonna get lack. You get whatever you feel. So write down the emotions and the sensory rich details of what your dream life will look like. What's your big life gonna be like? And again, you get to choose. The reason I put this here is that you've got to make it exciting. Like I said on the previous page, fall in love with it. If this vision doesn't excite you now when you write it down, do you think it's going to be exciting or motivating 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years? You know, great successes, great fortunes and great lives and legacies are built over a lifetime. That's why it's so important to focus on your vision now and make it what you want now. Now, of course, your vision might change, and of course it will, and that's completely fine. But for now, don't limit yourself, dream big, allow yourself to get excited and inspired. You'll see why in later videos, and get it written down. You'll find room in your workbook. Fill it out. Before you go on to the next video, honestly, stop, please. Fill it out, get it down. I've made this course so easy for you to succeed. There's a little action step at the end of every video, of every key principle. If you do that, it's going to take only a few minutes. It will honestly change the direction of your life. Like, I've structured this course, I've studied every single personal growth course that is available, speaking with the best authors, the best teachers, studying under them. This is structured to help you get fast results and really effortless results. But you've got to do the action. You've got to take action. So fill it out. Take a few minutes, or take an hour, or take an afternoon to dream up your vision and write it down. And a little bonus tip for those high achievers who really want to take this to the highest possible level. There are these emotional turbochargers that you can use to help your vision manifest faster. And again, this is straight out the pages of Think and Grow Rich. Oh, upside down. Which is, if you're not studying this, you should. Bob Proctor carries it around. He's like 80-something now. He reads it every single day. And you know the level of success that he has manifested. But in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about these emotional turbochargers. They are faith and love and sex. Now, what does that mean? It means that when you infuse your vision with these emotions, with faith, that when you imagine it, you believe with certainty, with faith that it's going to manifest. With love, that you're in love with this vision and it makes you feel good vibes. It touches your heart and your soul and it makes you feel nice. And sex as well. It's the most powerful energy in the world. Like, it will motivate you more than others, more than any other emotion. And when you can feel a sexual energy, so when you, basically, if you get horny or if you get attracted to someone, immediately put your attention back to your vision. Channel that sexual energy, the reproductive urge, which drives evolution, which drives the planet, 7 billion people. If you can channel that, and this is called sex transmutation, it's a very advanced topic, yet I wanted to introduce it now and plant that seed in your subconscious that when you start to focus on this vision, that you have these energies, these powerful manifesting energies. And I know this might sound a little outside your comfort zone. When I first read this in Think and Grow Rich and started playing with it, you know, it scared me a little. I didn't think that it would really work, to be honest. But from having played with this and met and spent time with some of the most successful people in the world, the most successful people I've met, they all channel these energies, whether consciously or subconsciously. So that's it. That's principle one. I wanted to get straight to the point, make it super easy. And again, I don't want to hammer the point home too much, but you've got to write your vision down now. That's the most important thing. You're going to have this vision that you get to carry around with you. You get to focus on morning and night. It's going to inspire you. It's going to program your subconscious mind. It's going to fill you with courage and ideas, creative flashes of insight, and a whole lot more. More on that later and why it works and how it works. But for now, get your vision down. And when you have, come on to the next video. We're going to be doing some really powerful stuff that is going to help you understand how to access your full resources, how to manifest at a higher level, and basically how to be the biggest, best version of you with the least hard work and effort and struggle. Super powerful stuff, and it draws on the latest in neuroscience research as well. So get your vision written down. Get it written down. You'll be able to focus on it in the morning, in the night. It's going to get you focused. It's going to get you inspired. It's going to get your subconscious mind working. It's going to fill you creative insights and flashes of inspiration and hunches, and it's going to set you on the path to manifesting your vision. So make sure it's worthy of you. Make sure it's big enough and sexy enough and loving enough. And I'll see you in the next video. It's going to be awesome. We're going to be talking about how you can access fully 95 to 99% of your total resources, which in all probability you're not tapping into now. This is proven by the latest neuroscience, and this is about how you can accelerate your success to the highest level. I'll see you in the next video, but get your vision down first. Peace.